3 FM 92.7. Welcome to Community Connect. My name is Johnny Hughes. It's Friday, the 23rd. Tomorrow is the 24th. And know what's happening on the 24th, 7 p.m. sharp at the Alliance Francaise is a spiritual blend of Jamaican reggae and indigenous roots African music, affectionately called Kuchoko. This year, all the ancestors and spirits of Africa will descend to celebrate the Kuchoko Roots Festival 2023, happening live at the Alliance Francaise, Accra, on Saturday, June 24 at 7 p.m. sharp till you pass out. Artists in action will be Black Rasta, your Kuchoko legend, His Royal Excellency Taj Weeks from Lucia, Kishan Dea from St. Vincent, Rasim Pos and Zet Mo from Burkina Faso. The rest of the Kuchoko warriors are Ras Kuku from Pom, Ras Bomba, Konkraja Vibes, Black Messiah, Ras Preacher Man, Mighty Orthodox Band, and the Vibration Kings Band. Special Kuchoko guest for 2023, Shatawale, and also Samuel Usu, a high life legend, MCs King Lagazi and Ras Kwame Malcolm. This year, Kuchoko Roots Festival will come with a special Cocoa Roots Festival. Come and drink free cocoa, boxed with kose, masa, vegan kebab, and kuli kuli, all for free. It's absolutely amazing. Tomorrow, all the action will happen at Alliance Francaise. You have to be there. You can't miss it. It's for 100 Ghana cedis only. Date is Saturday. Media partners TV3, 3FM on UFM, and 3news.com. Sponsored by Rasta Choco Malt, Macbansi Is It, Vegan Pot. But let's talk about cerebral palsy, because it's a very, very important conversation that we must have. Sometimes it's been relegated to the background for whatever reason, but we need to bring it to the front burner, because it could happen to anybody, and it could distort the life of the parents, siblings, the whole community, if you would like. So let's have a frank conversation about cerebral palsy, and then we'll zoom into what is being done, you know, the baby steps that are being taken to become giant steps to make sure that we actually get some help. Ikea Asantua Montiel is a pediatric physiotherapist with the Nyaho Medical Center. Rachel N.K. Kwena is a president of 37 Military Hospital Neuro Parents and Secretary Cerebral Palsy Ghana. Salome Jokoto is organizer of Cerebral Palsy Ghana. All ladies. Question I ask every time is, where are the men? Why do they stay away from these conversations? Well, good morning, ladies. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
We're very, very well. The rain beat you small, eh? Don't worry, you'll be fine. What is cerebral palsy?
Okay. I want to thank all your viewers for making time to listen.
Right.
My name is Ikea Santua Mantiao. Cerebral palsy, when we say cerebral palsy, there are two words, cerebral and palsy.
Right.
Cerebral has to do with the brain, and then palsy has to do with the weakness.
Right.
So it's a brain condition. It happens when there is a malformation of the brain before birth, or a damage to a developing brain during birth or the first few years of life. And when that happens, people who have that condition, the children usually present with difficulty with movement, balance, posture. There are a lot of symptoms that they come with. Sometimes they have seizures, they have low development, they are a bit slower than their peers. But it's not a condition that is contagious. So I'd advise everyone that we learn about it and we treat such people with respect.
Great. And how does it happen? Does it happen at conception, during the pregnancy, where complications come, or does it happen after the baby's out?
It can happen either ways. It can happen when the baby's in the womb. When there's a malformation, maybe the child was preterm, so then the brain didn't get to form up to where it had to. Yes.
Right.
Then it happens in the womb that way. Or during birth, if the birth process was too long, prolonged labor, and then maybe for whatever reason, the child didn't get oxygen immediately after they came out of the womb. They starve the brain of oxygen, and the brain needs oxygen every time. So once that happens to the brain, it gets damaged. Then after birth to when the child gets any infection, malaria, meningitis, that too can also affect the brain. When there's also jaundice, severe jaundice, the baby it can affect the brain. Sometimes when people also don't go for antenatal, don't take very good care of themselves during pregnancy, all these things can happen, but we can't pinpoint the exact cause. There are a lot of risk factors that come together to give you cerebral palsy.
Is it widespread in Ghana? Is it prevalent in Ghana?
Yeah. In Ghana, there are 1 in every 300 beds. So it's a bit common in Ghana. But worldwide, it's like 1 in 600.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a bit more common in Ghana.
And are we taking it serious in trying to mitigate the effects, trying to get help for people who have cerebral palsy? Well, I'm asking you. I'll ask him. I'll engage Rachel and.
Okay, I don't think I'm seeing the seriousness in Ghana. Yes, one, the education is low about this condition, and people who have it tend to keep their children in their rooms.
Right.
So people don't know the help they should seek for such conditions, and it takes a lot of money and a lot of toll on the parents. So I don't think I'm seeing much help with regards to cerebral palsy advocacy in Ghana like that.
Rachel, that brings me to you and to ask you, first of all, congratulate you and Madam Salome for this will not be the first time we're interacting.
Okay.
But then it looks like it's always the women at the forefront. Where are the men?
Okay, I think this question should be directly to me. When I gave birth to my son, Daryl, the father we all noticed that he had cerebral palsy. He went away till date. So some of the fathers...
He left?
Yes, till date. And so some of the fathers, some are supporting. We have some fathers who are also supporting. That we have a big support group that is made up of parents with children with cerebral palsy. So we have just the ratio compared like fathers to mothers. It's very huge. If you like, I can dare you to come for the program, and then you can count the number of fathers around compared to the number of mothers around. So the fathers, some are there and they have neglected their responsibilities as men and as fathers. But you just celebrated Father's Day last Sunday.
Right.
And then so I posted on Facebook to all deserving fathers.
You went to cause violence on Facebook. Salome. Auntie Salome.
So like the truth is that.
But what keeps them away? Is it because it's difficult to manage the children, or what? What exactly keeps them away?
If you would say because it's difficult, then if you leave it to one person, how is the person going to handle it? So some would say, in my time, 15 years ago, I would say some of them were naive, and some too, they just didn't want the burden. They know it comes with extra cost. They know it comes. Some are just not like ready for that. They don't even want to have anything to do, and because of stigmatization too, people, in-laws would say, hey, this one, we don't have it in our family. Where did you bring this woman from to give birth to such a child? And so on. So fathers, those who are standing firmly beside and behind their wives too are doing well. But compared to those who are not doing well, it's quite huge.
Salome, you are the organizer for Cerebral Palsy Ghana. What are some of the chilling narratives you have heard, especially for new mothers who may have realized that this is what the situation is? My child has cerebral palsy. They are first of all hit like a thunderbolt, but they would have to stabilize and then take on the challenge throughout. What are some of the narratives that you've heard?
Okay, the challenges are very.
You have to speak up for me. Yeah.
Yeah. The challenges, there are many challenges. Let me say, my daughter got it through delivering. When I think it's delay. Yeah, mine is delay.
Right.
So when the baby is coming, then you go out inside again. When it's coming, then they go. Then they use machine to plug their head before they pull the baby heads out. After that, the baby can come out. They have to cut my dad up to my back before they pull the baby out. And the challenges there, in fact, I can't number them. Very plenty.
Sorry.
Yeah. And maybe the family having experienced this kind of situation before. Where did you get this from? How do you have even the father this thing didn't happen in our family before. It's not from our family. So how come? So let me see the challenges. In fact, I can't mention it all here. It's very, very many and plenty.
Yeah. Right, Rachel.
I wanted to add some to what she said. The chilling stories we have. There's one that a mother came during our programs,
right?
And she was sharing a story that she lives in a compound house, and then she was in the room. She heard that all the kids were playing outside. So she decided to just, her child is in a wheelchair, so she decided to just push her child to, even if the child can't play,
right,
to observe
to see the kids playing.
Immediately, Kwejo, come and take your bed. Ajua, come and eat. Don't you know it's time for your homework? They all called their kids in, and it was left with just their daughter out there. So she emotionally took her back inside, and she was crying. So when she came to share, and I'll share a personal one.
Right.
I used to live at Spintex. My house is still there, and I boarded a church roll.
Okay.
And I wanted to bring my son. Actually, my son was ill, and then we're coming for physio as well at 37 Military Hospital.
Right.
So when I boarded the church roll, and nobody wanted to sit beside me because my child was all floppy, no neck control, and he was a bit scary, so nobody wanted to sit by me. The maid told me, "Madam, if you can't pay for the seat beside you, either you get down for me to load or you pay for the seats beside you so I can go."
Wow.
Imagine me being told this. I'm already going through this emotional stress and trauma and everything with having a child like this, and then people are adding to it. So stigmatization is the key thing that people need to watch.
That's quite touchy.
Yeah.
So, Antinez, let me come to you. Are there stages? Are there different types of cerebral palsy? Share with me.
So there are not stages. What you are born with, it doesn't change. It doesn't get worse with time.
Okay.
And it just changes. Just like new symptoms come up. But then there are types of cerebral palsy. The first type is spastic. So with spastic cerebral palsy children, they are very rigid. You can't even move them. Even if you are as old as you are, it will be very difficult to move them freely at their joints.
Okay.
Then there's atatoid cerebral palsy. With atatoid cerebral palsy,
you need to take your time with that. This is your atatoid.
Okay.
Is what?
Athetoid.
Athetoid.
Yeah. So there's involuntary movements. There's involuntary movements. They can just move their head, move their limbs in very haphazard, random motion. And then there's ataxic cerebral palsy, where they have poor coordination and balance. They can't stand on their own. They need help to walk and those kind of things. And then there's a cerebral palsy that has all these types I've mentioned all together as one. So they are just different, and everybody has different needs. Yes.
How do you manage it for all these mothers? What do they have to do? First thing, if they are told or the child is diagnosed with cerebral palsy, what do they do?
So usually from the onset, the child is not necessarily diagnosed, but there are certain signs that the mother should watch out for. For whatever reason, if your baby, as at maybe a month or two, has poor neck control, when you lift them up, their necks are like lagging behind. That should be a warning sign. When you give birth to them and then they look a bit different, they have different color, like the jaundice I mentioned too, you should look out for that. And it's important to start treatment as early as possible, to send them to the hospital. And then it's a multidisciplinary team kind of thing. So everybody, doctors, pediatricians, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, speech and language therapists, because some of these children have difficulty talking, they have difficulty hearing. Yes, psychologists for their family members to strengthen them. So everybody plays a role. So, but for physio, we focus more on their function, their movement, how they can do things on their own.
We'll come to that. But is other things that they can eat, things that they cannot eat or must not eat to help them?
Okay, it varies. Some of the children or some of the kids, they have difficulty in swallowing.
Okay,
because it has affected their muscles in their throat and all that. So for them, they take mostly solid foods or very like swallowable, like okra and stuff. So that is why we are here today. Kids like that, you can imagine the child will be growing. So how many gallons of cocoa can the person take to get well and all that? And so we have some who through allergies they can get seizures. My son, for instance, he had neonatal jaundice, and then due to that he was getting seizures almost every month. And so we're like, it's 15 years in life, I can say about 9 or 8 or something years in the hospital.
Wow.
So we spent most of our time.
You were always there?
Yeah,
at the hospital.
almost every month. And you can imagine me working in a corporate institution where targets are, I mean, so I've lost my job.
KPIs and JDs.
You know,
You
right?
lost your job?
Yeah, I lost my job because of my son. You know, because he didn't work early. He was going through the physio. Physio is a very good intervention for these kids.
Right.
But it's a slow process. If you don't have the patience, you give up. If I had given up, maybe I wouldn't have had him working today. But it's very like emotional when you talk about such things. You go, they just tie him in something and you be crying. You, the mother, you also be crying. But they are trying to make him right. So it's like some people, as I was saying, somebody, if I didn't have money to pay for the seats beside me, it would have deprived me of going for physio.
That's right.
So people don't bring them out because of these things. Okay, so there are so many things. Some too, they eat normal foods, but most of the time, those who normally get seizures, we the parents, the mothers especially, we need to know if there is a particular food or
right, that triggers it.
Yes, because now in the hospital, I don't think Ghana here, we don't have, I don't know, but I don't think we have something that can really show your allergies unless you study yourself.
Once you eat it and you get some rashes, then you know this one.
Exactly. So there are certain things that some of them are not supposed to. It differs. As she said, it differs.
And Salome, come to you. What do you do? Do you work?
Yes, I've been working about the standing frame and the.
She does some
standing frame and their chair.
Okay.
Corner seat, because through my daughter I went and trade this.
Okay.
Special chair and standing frame.
Right.
So let me say.
You have to speak up for me, please.
Yeah.
Your voice is sweet, but the volume is low.
So let me say that's what I'm be doing now to support.
And how does taking care of your children affect your work? Your child with cerebral palsy.
Yeah. First of all, I'm a trader. I've been selling this food stuff at Mokola.
Okay.
So after the birth, I can't go back to the market.
What were you selling?
Oil, spices, and rice.
Okay.
So after the birth, I didn't go back for the business again. So I have to stay in the house, take care of my daughter. So when she was, when she's 2 to 3 years, I went and learned this trade at Kolibu.
Okay.
So as at now, that's what I've been doing.
But within that period, during that period when you couldn't go back to Makola, how were you surviving? What were you doing?
It's not easy for me. It's not easy for me at all, but by His grace.
What was the child's father?
He's there.
He's there?
Yeah, he's there, but not properly working.
But did he leave? Because Rachel says
no,
her husband
I am
left.
with him now.
Okay, he's with you.
Yeah, we are staying together now.
Okay.
But it's not easy, I said.
Rachel,
Jenny,
yes.
You asked her something that made me a bit emotional. It made me remember something. I got suicidal at a point.
Wow.
Yes. Because we couldn't afford 3 square meals. We couldn't buy anything. We couldn't do anything, you know. So at that stage, I thought if I should, kill myself and my baby, then that is it. Nobody will bother nobody. But unfortunately for me, God saved me and I wasn't able to do it. So I wanted to tell everybody that suicide is never the option. No matter what, maybe it's not cerebral palsy.
You talked yourself out of it. Somebody talked you out of it.
What happened was that I went to buy rat poison and I diluted it with water.
Okay.
And so I love songs. So I was just singing. So I'll take some and then my boy, I'll give him some and then that'll be it. I don't know, some way, somehow, it was like a trance. I fell asleep. Within some few, I would say, minutes. And as at the time I woke up, it had spilled onto the carpet.
Wow.
And that was the last money I had. So there was no way I could buy another one. So then I was like, what do I do? but God brought an intervention. Some way, somehow, you know, when you get to that stage, you draw away from everybody. You don't want anybody. You don't want to speak with anybody. You don't want to bother anybody. So that is how it is when it comes to getting there, you know. So some ways I want to say a big thank you to Reverend Dr. Emily Wolf Cochrane, now Mrs. Achampon. I don't know. I think the Holy Spirit ministered to her, and then they brought me foodstuffs, and it was a Sunday.
Wow.
And when they brought the thing, I was just I didn't cry. I was weeping. I was really weeping. Sorry. I was really weeping with my child because I didn't expect something like that. So if I had done it, you see, I wouldn't have gotten all these things.
And then let's talk about physio. How often must it be done in order to make sure that the child is being guided well to live as close to normal as possible?
Okay, so as often as possible. Like if every day is possible, you should do it every day. But it's expensive.
Okay, how much first?
Every hospital.
This says, I think I scratched it.
Every hospital has their charge. For me, I'm in a private institution, so it's a bit more expensive.
Okay.
For the government, I'm not exactly sure if they have it on the NHIS scheme yet. So it's a bit expensive. So usually we don't do it for them every day, like 3 times a week, 3 days in a week. Yeah. And then some people also prefer home sessions because they want their child to get as better as they can, as quickly as possible.
Right.
So they'll prefer the therapist comes home and spends quality time with their child to do it, and then that involves a lot. So the physio there is needed, aside physio, to occupational therapy, speech and language therapy, all these things. So imagine everybody is charging what they are charging.
But that's a lot of money then. I mean, because these days people don't charge 200, 250, 350, everything. There's some 50 something.
Johnny, you know, my son was on medications as much as 1,300, 1,400 a month. Those are anti-seizure drugs alone. Food, accommodation, nothing is part of what I'm mentioning. And then the monthly admissions that we go for in the hospital with the phenytoids and the phenobabs, I mean the injections and things they used to revive him, they are not part. So what I'm saying is that, as she said, it's very expensive to take care of a child with cerebral palsy. Taking care of a child with cerebral palsy is like taking care of 4 kids, 4 normal kids. So it's way expensive. Yes,
I see. Now, and you're listening to Community Connect on 3FM 92.7. It's 36 minutes after 9. My name is Johnny Hughes. We're in studio with 3 guests who are talking about cerebral palsy. Ikea Santua Mantia is a pediatric physiotherapist with the Nyaho Medical Center. Rachel, is it Nakwale or Nakokoi? Nakokoi Queen is the president of the 37 Military Hospital Neuro Parents Association, the secretary also of the Cerebral Palsy Ghana, and Salome Chokoto is the organizer of Cerebral Palsy Ghana. Let's zero in now and talk about school for the children. Where does your child go to school, Salome, for example? Specialized school or regular school?
Regular school, normal school. She attends Enwood Preparatory School.
Enwood.
Yeah. For the past 3-4 years now, she couldn't be at school again because of how to carry her to school.
Wow.
She's now heavy. I don't have a car. And she's heavy. I can't carry her.
So she's at home?
Yes. She's
not schooling?
Not schooling now.
Oh, no.
No. Because the road is not good for her to ride the wheelchair to the school. So she's at home.
Oh, no.
Because when you go to take car, they don't want to take you with your child. Some of the
so for the past 3 years, your child has been home.
Yes.
What class was she when?
As for them, they don't have class. So
they're just part of the school.
Yes, they don't have classes.
But is she being taught something? Did you get a sense that she was learning?
Yeah. When is she in school? Because they like to be with children.
Right.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good for them.
Socialization is good for them.
It's good for them. Shiba is good in school. She can write, but not all that alphabet.
Right.
she can speak out some words to say when she's in school. So I decided to buy her a tablet. The other day she got, she threw the tablet on the floor and broke it. So she's now doing nothing with the tablet.
So when she wakes up in the morning, there's no school.
No.
Wow.
I can't carry her to school.
Of course
Before
you can.
carry her to school. Now I have
you carry her on your back?
Yes. I can't carry. It's not a big girl.
How old?
She's 15 years now.
15, of course, yes.
15. Because I don't have a car to take her to school, so she's in the house. Let me say she's in the house.
Wow. Rachel, does your boy go to school?
Yes, I've changed school like I can't count.
Why?
So many. There was a time that he was in school and the other parents were taking their kids out of the school because of my son. So I had to take him out to a different school. But currently, the government said they are ruling out inclusive education. So he's in a government school as we speak. But the problem is that you said they should come. So what exactly are you teaching them? Are you prepared for them? Are you ready for them? So he goes to school all right. Yes, but maybe they should have the specialized teachers to go there almost every day because I learned the special teacher comes to the school, I think, I don't know, once a week. Yeah. So I'm yet to verify. So that because I come on air most times, I want to get it. That's why I'm using Daryl as a specimen, not like a specimen, but I want him to experience it. Okay. So when I'm talking about it,
you know what you're saying.
Exactly what I'm saying.
But does he like to read? I see him. He's enjoying our studio. He's interacting with DJ Abiam. He's giving me a wave here and there. You know, very fun, a fun-loving person and all of that. But do you get a sense that he also wants to learn?
Yeah, of course. Daryl wants to learn. He always wants to have pencils and paper and scribbling and all that, so he can write. You know, after every seizure, the brain goes back. Right. So it's like a reset. You reset a computer.
Okay.
So when he gets seizures, then he's like he loses. I won't say he loses his memory, but most of the things he has learned,
already knows is gone.
Yeah. So
he has to start all over again.
So some people have their limbs, but they have their intellect not too good.
Okay.
For her intellect is intact, but it's just her limbs.
The limbs, that is all.
Yes, and with them, those are the kind of kids they have at Apple. They have a room that is filled with them. They create and develop the sophisticated softwares and stuff. Yeah,
gadgets that we enjoy to buy.
But you're wasting them in Ghana. You know?
Do you get, when you say you were wasting them in Ghana, for example? I know that there's a whole ministry for gender, children, and social protection in this country. Did I say something wrong?
Oh yes, not really.
Okay.
You know, we're going to have a program. We've taken letters there. This is our 4th program, and none of the times that they've responded. I was there like last week and last 2 weeks. I wanted to just see if they don't want to talk to me. I wanted to see the gender minister because I feel these are the things that they are really supposed to do. Right. So if we, the parents, have gotten up to do it, then bring your presence there and let the people know what we have access to and what we don't have access to and all that. But if you don't come and educate us during these programs, how will we know? And we have come to invite you. You won't come, and you even tell us not even a response to the letter. You have written. As we speak.
You have done. This will be your 4th program.
We'll
talk about the detail of the program.
Yes.
But you have written to the gender ministry. And they have not bothered to even cough.
No.
To even acknowledge the letter.
The program is tomorrow. We took it there like 2 months ago. Nobody has responded, and I'm saying it on record. Nobody has responded. I've been there like 3 times already.
Wow.
I even booked an appointment with the minister. Maybe it's yet to be. I don't know.
So you feel that your sector minister has abandoned you?
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm using your medium to let her know that if for some reason the letters haven't gotten to her, she should know that there's a big association called Cerebral Palsy Ghana. We've brought a letter to their office, so she should please attend to us.
What was the nature of the program we'll have tomorrow? Tell me
Okay,
about
actually, it's a clinic. It's a health talk in a clinic, free clinic, and we have the physiotherapists. There's one here. They are coming, so many in their numbers, to give them free physios. Those who can't afford, at least they will learn a bit and then show their children, do it to their children.
Okay.
We have an organization called the Gold Coast Medical Foundation. They are a group of nurses, doctors, and caregivers from the United States of America. They have come to do this program for us. So this year we are involving all the hospitals, the doctors in Ghana, so that they can also maybe learn and then start. From time to time, they can also decide to do a free something for us. But the reason is that when they come, they bring their foreign drugs.
Okay.
But the local doctors, we go to them and they prescribe the drugs for us.
Okay.
So now before we solicitate for anything, we should know what we are looking for. So this is the time that we are training all hands.
Okay.
And we have buses
Right.
at 5 vantage points that will be picking the parents.
So run us through it, Madam Secretary.
Adenta Junction Mall.
Okay.
And then we have at Amasaman.
Okay.
Inside Tema General Hospital.
Okay.
And Kaswa.
Okay, go over it again, please.
Okay. Adenta
Okay.
Junction Mall, Amasaman, Tema General Hospital inside, and then Kaswa.
Okay.
We have our banners in front of the buses. So in case your child is so heavy, you can't take, just be by the roadside and then give a signal. You'll be picked to the. And the program is being held at the Mensvik Grand Hotel.
Mensvik, East Legon.
At East Legon.
Okay.
The whole hotel is for us that day.
Wow, with the
Yes.
swimming pool and everything.
Everything, the whole hotel.
Oh,
I should say a big thank you to Mr. Steve Williams, because we all know his facility. It's not something that we can even afford, you
Right,
know.
right.
But that day he has cancelled all conferences and everything, and he's going to give us food, water, and everything. So we are just pleading, diaper companies and everybody, just join. If you haven't seen one before, come and then let's have fun with our kids. We call it a day out with your CP child or your angel.
Salome, do you want to add something?
Oh,
Tomorrow,
she has said it
you're
all.
organizer.
Yeah, she has said it all.
You have organized the
program very well,
program.
so they should come.
They should come.
Yes.
They'll come.
So we have numbers.
Right. You give me the numbers. Antines, tomorrow, from your medical perspective, what are we expecting to enjoy?
So we're expecting a time with doctors, specialists, neurologists, because the neuro condition, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, to sort of teach them teach the parents what to do with their kids, because it's a free clinic. It's not that one day thing that will cure your child, but at least it will give the parent an idea of what to do with the child at home. It will expose the parent to other professionals they can go to seek for help for tomorrow. So it's going to be packed, loaded, and if in case you've never seen cerebral palsy, you don't really know about it, so you can just pass by to learn a thing or to educate someone.
So it's open to the general public, and particularly with people who have children that have the condition.
Yes. Or if you know somebody with a condition, please spread the news.
Do you get pushback from parents who have children with a condition but they don't want to associate with?
Oh yes, we do. That's why I'm saying that some have it, and you'll be surprised. We have prominent people in this country that they have such kids and nobody knows.
Because they have hidden them.
Yes. So if you can, just come and support us. We have brought our faces.
Right.
We said we are saying that we want to be the face of it, so that the rest can hide behind us.
Right, and learn and support. What kind of support particularly are you looking forward to?
Currently, for her child is in a wheelchair. She's still having a menses and everything. So we need diapers. We need, as I said, some can't swallow.
Right.
So maybe companies like Nestle, like Cadbury, we need food supplements and food stuff. We also need a lot from the medical, like the pharmaceutical companies and all that. We need so much. So that's why I'm saying that if we should bring a proposal to your company, even if you don't deal in any of these things, you can support. Some can't even afford 3 square meals in a day,
Okay, give me the phone number.
Okay.
That we need to if people want to support you, they want to get the details.
When it comes to support, you can we have an account that you can give out.
Okay.
But for now we're using 0243 90.
You need to take your time with the number. Say it slowly so that the people can grab it. What's the number, please? 0243 right
90 2159.
2159.
Yeah.
0243 902159. 902159. 0243 902159.
Yes.
Okay, that's for support. If somebody wants to support.
Yeah, for the support
palsy.
one, that one has that particular number I'm mentioning has my name on it. So we would update you. We are trying to get a Momo number with cerebral palsy name on it. So it will be so official. Okay. So we are getting that. But if you want and you have something, you can bring it there.
Tomorrow at Mensvik Grand Hotel.
Clothes, whatever.
What
you
time?
Can bring it. It starts at 8.
8 a.m.
All through the day.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can bring it along there, and we are the parents with the situation. It's high time people use our names to take things that never gets to us.
People do that.
Oh yes.
Salome,
We've
people
seen
do
a
that.
lot.
Yes.
Yes.
People take things on your behalf.
Exactly. Like the program we are having. This is our 4th one. We saw one circulating on social media, and the person did it without our consent. Later we got to know the person had funds, and it's a whole lot. So this time we are going to be very strict with people, especially we will give the media your slot and everything. But
Children who have a condition.
Yes. So this time around, you call us. We'll call the children, and then you give the things.
So people are profiteering off the condition of the children.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's sinful.
Yes. You are saying it as sinful.
No, I am saying it's not right. It's not right. It's sinful. It's not cool at all.
Because the child can die because they couldn't afford medication for the child.
People are that heartless.
Yeah. We're supposed to have one of our mothers with us, but the child has gotten seizures this morning. Serious seizures as we speak now. We just called them.
That explains the delay.
Yes. So please, we need all hands on deck. I'm here. Maybe if I should tell you more of my stories, you understand that most of the mothers out there.
Do you get time to work really? I'll come to you for your number in a bit.
Currently, you can see nobody. If this boy is just there, okay, you might not want him because he would start fidgeting.
Right.
But for me, I know how to handle him. He would just. I took him to the office one time. He just, I work with an insurance. Those times we used to use forms. He just tore the forms. There are so many things that he will be able to. But now he's getting calmer. Yes. So, and also if I'm even working hours 5, and I have to close by 2 because you come back from school. So if I should get a company that will work till 1 or 2, cool. But Ghana here, everybody will expect you to work till 5 and then beyond. That's the problem.
Salome, what's your number?
0246.
Right.
87.
Okay.
41.
Okay.
08.
0246 8741 08. Okay, thank you. Let's spend the last few minutes of the show to activate the phone lines and let's see if we can get some support for you. 055 924 2717 055 924 2717 and 055 691 0154 055 924 2717 and 055 691 0154. Good morning.
Good morning, Johnny.
Yes, sir.
Charlie, I've listened to your program. It's not easy. I have one in the house.
Wow.
It's not easy at all. It's not easy. Anytime the mother travel or go somewhere, I have to take over. It's not easy. Mine is, she cannot walk, she cannot talk.
Wow.
The bones are all just stiff. It's difficult. It's difficult.
Wow.
And the stigma, my siblings are all neglected. They don't want even to get closer to me. My mother, after now, I don't talk to my mother because my mother refused to even come and see my child. It's serious. It's serious. It's serious. We are actually suffering. We are suffering. And landlords, the first house I was, because of my child, she cries a lot. She can cry throughout the day, throughout the night. And because of that, tenants have to complain to the landlord. I have to move from that place. I have gone to rent a place, 2 bedrooms, which is not my strength, but I have to force to do it because of her.
Right.
We're passing through a lot. Her feeding is not easy. I need to take my time. Even any person cannot feed her because because you're not used to it, it's difficult.
Right.
So I really want the government to step in, especially medication. We don't even know the kind of medicine we give her.
Okay.
We don't know. When she's dying, we just don't know what is wrong with her. So it's difficult. It's difficult. I feel for mothers and fathers who have neglected them. I beg fathers, because of God, they should come back. Because of God, whoever will be even talking about, say, oh, Okafawe, they should neglect those talks.
Okay.
Come back to and take care of your children.
Right.
I'm passing a lot, but I cannot. I've forgotten about my mother, because if my mother cannot even come to see my daughter, I say I'll leave everything to God. But I'll not neglect my daughter.
Okay, boss, hold the line for me. My back end will talk to you, and then we'll pick your details. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right, please hold the line for me. Yeah. Ah, boy. You can also call us. Salome is emotional. She is emotional.
What I said was not an ancestor.
No, it's not.
Someone is calling in to tell you exactly the reality of it.
And that's the first type Ikuya Santua spoke about, right? 055-924-2717, 055-924-2717, and 055-691-0154, 055-691-0154, and 055-924-2717. Oh boy.
Sunrise.
And there's a. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Johnny.
Yes, sir. Pastor, how are you? Welcome.
Thank God for this interview, and God bless you.
Bless you too.
And all parents who are going through such, I pray the mercy and grace of God for them. And I'm pleading with the Christendom, especially the church. These are some of the social interventions that we should do. The gospel is all about social work. And in fact, it is so painful that the whole gender minister has did not even see the need to even reply or acknowledge. And I know your medium go far. So I hope and pray that tomorrow they will show up. And as many of us who have also been touched, in cash, in kind, we should show up.
Right.
We should also follow the Amumu number, and we should all save lives. Okay. God needs everybody. Look at Christ. He picks everybody even from his own enemy environment. You know, Judas Iscariot was a violent person. He believed in ransacking people's wealth, sharing to the poor, because nobody should be richer than the fellow. But Christ brought him. The Pharisees, the Sadducees. So we should care for everybody. In fact, you have this Methodist hymn, rescue the perishing, care for the dying.
Absolutely.
Please play it before you sign off. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I wish them all the best.
Thank you very much, Pastor. Good morning. And hello, good morning.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. Kosami. Talk to me. Yeah.
God bless you for this interview.
Thank you, sir.
But you, I think, this program, the issues will go far, and they will get answers. I mean, so what they are going through, it's our responsibility. It's a responsibility of the whole society. For all of us to think of this thing. Look, it's not about the government, but all of us, because we will answer to God as to how we care for each other. As our Quran is saying, that God will not even accept my prayer if I have no care for my neighbor. But I have to feel for my neighbor how I feel for myself. If not that, my prayer would not be answered. And I think it's the responsibility of community leaders, both churches, traditional leaders, all of us, to say is that at the community, also, at our level, we also look at how we can deal with these issues. Thank you very much for this program. I think we are all ready. To at least do something to help and dealing with this. God bless you.
Thank you, Kusami. Grateful. And the numbers to send your support to 0243 902159, 0243 902159, and also 0246 874108. 0246 874108. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes,
Johnny.
sir. Yes, boss.
Yes. I hope all is well.
I'm greater than Accra, but not too excited this morning.
God is good.
All the time.
I'm happy the first man who called on your show today drew the attention that it is not only the women who are going through this difficulty.
Right.
Men are going through a hell because some women have neglected some of these kids in their care. My own big brother, we are just two. I am the youngest, he is the oldest. He was living with his wife and son in Accra. The woman took the kid to her hometown. Unknowingly, the child fell. This child was born hale and healthy. Nothing wrong with him.
Right.
The child fell in the village. Nobody spoke about it. Bring the child. They were refusing to bring the child. They finally brought the child, and we realized the child was having seizures. He had seizures, and they took him to the hospital, and then he was referred to Konfanoche for neurosurgery. We got to Konfanoche, and it became so much. This child was on admission for almost 2 months. If not because of a private insurance that my brother was on at the time, our bill there, Johnny, you can imagine. Now, my mother was the one taking care of this child. Johnny, my mom passed on last year September 9. She was buried on December 3rd.
Right.
Johnny, since Konfanoche time, sometime 2021, this mother has never set eyes on this child.
What?
The child is now 3.
Wow.
Almost 4. When my mom passed on, the boy was with my mom. At a point, my brother was working in Accra here. At a point, he had to drop off and get to where my mom was, because my mom was also struggling because she had her own health issues.
Right.
My brother is currently not working because he can't leave this boy for anybody. This is why you crack. Afeina neighbor from Kakra. When my mom passed on, Johnny, we called the girl, we called the mother, we called the father. We are only 2, myself and my big brother. They should just come and take the child so that we would take care of the whole funeral. When we are done, we can sit with them and arrange whether we are taking back the child or whether she is keeping the child. Then we know how to arrange.
That's right.
Up till now.
Wow.
The funeral was held on December 3rd. We took this issue to Dosu. They invited her. She insulted the officials from Dosu.
Oh.
My dad had partial stroke 2 years ago. So my mom was the one taking care of my dad.
Right.
And just when my dad recovered,
your mother died.
You get it? And now my big brother is home, not working, because he can't leave this boy for anybody. The boy doesn't go to anybody. It's me to me. And we are only 2. And I am the only one in Accra here, struggling. And Johnny, it is hell. My dad is not working. My brother is not working. My work too is not something really to speak about. And we are taking care of this boy. The ladies in the studio spoke about the cost involved.
Yes.
Drugs alone. Feeding. It's not anything they can eat. He eats this thing today. Tomorrow you give him, he will not eat. You have to change it. Thank you so much, Johnny, for this opportunity.
Thank you. Hold the line. My producers will talk to you. Please hold the line.
Sure.
Great. And you're my final caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Johnny.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm cool. How about you?
Well,
Hello?
Today I've been deflated, I can tell you that. Been deflated. Yes.
This is Clifford from Adenta.
Talk to me, my brother.
Yeah, Johnny, I think this program that you are doing as Community Connect this morning is very, very, very nice. And I will plead on your behalf, your guests, to sensitize the whole this country, because in rural areas, for instance, there are such children that people are born with, and then they leave them in the houses and go. Whenever they are going to public, they want to hide the children. Because why am I saying this? I have a brother, the same father by different mothers, who got married to a woman, and they give birth. Their firstborn is just like what they are talking about. And because of that, the woman is feeling shy to always back the baby out, and the husband doesn't want to even associate himself with this child. And because of that, it leads to breakup. Instead of them to take the child to hospital, they were rather going to juju houses, thinking that the child is a spiritual child. And I believe that this is not alone in Accra here. It is the whole all over this country. So they should do more to sensitize the people that these child are a gift of God. Nothing different. They are just like us.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Clifford, grateful. And we're wrapping up 30 seconds each, ladies. So the numbers to reach out to and also send support is 0243 902159. That's 0243 902159 and 0246 874108. 0246 874108. Send little that you can. Widow's Mite. It's important. I'll wrap up with you.
Okay, what I want to say is that these kids, what they have is not an infectious disease or infection or something. Right. So it doesn't mean when you get close to somebody you will get that. So what we are asking for is for people to stop stigmatization, love us for who we are and for who our kids are.
Right.
That is what I want to say.
Okay. Okay.
I also want to say that although we don't have these children acting like their peers would, they act differently, and there are things that they can do that we can that we can capitalize on, that we can also, they also have certain special talents that we can also learn from them. So please try your best to learn about this and stop the stigmatization. You could pay them a visit tomorrow at Mensvik Hotel to open your mind about it, and you could also pay me a visit at Nyaho Medical Center Pediatric Physio Clinic in case you have any child with this condition.
Salome.
Kasa den kakram. Omodiko nsofo no so dada mothers no bebre pa omocho. Se bibi sa ba onfa no ko hu doctor.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Na e ko jo mo kwan so mo jai. Mo ko mo by heart mo jai. Yesiro mo. Echina
Okay. Thank you. I've been speaking with Ikuya Santua Mantial. She is a pediatric physiotherapist at the Nyaho Medical Center. Rachel Nakokwe Na. She's the president of the 37 Military Hospital Neuro Parents and secretary of Cerebral Palsy Ghana, and Salome Jokoto, organizer of Cerebral Palsy Ghana. Tomorrow is Meze Grand Hotel and East Legon. That's where they are meeting. My name is Johnny Hughes, taking a bit of the news time and Black Rastas time, but it's for God and Country. Gordon Asidiba is up next. We'll see you tomorrow at Alliance Francaise for the Kuchoko Roots Festival. Have a good morning.
Perishing care for the dying, touch them in peace.